All right, today we are diving into a really powerful idea from the psychologist Carl Jung. The idea is this: your real life, your true life, only really starts when you find out who you truly are. So let's get right into it.
I want you to just think about this for a second. What if you woke up one morning and had this kind of scary realization that maybe every choice you've made, every single thing you believe in, what if it didn't really come from you? What if it was all just built on what the world expects of you? I mean, really, how much of who you are is the real you and how much is just a performance?
You see, Jung believed that most of us are constantly running. We're running away from the hard stuff, the uncomfortable truths we don't want to face about ourselves. But he argued that a genuine life, a real life, only kicks in when we finally stop, turn around, and look it all right in the eye. And that's exactly where our journey is going to start today.
So, okay, where does this inauthentic life even come from? Well, according to Jung, it starts with the two faces that pretty much all of us wear, the mask and the shadow. I mean, from the moment we're born, we're taught what's good, what's bad, what's acceptable, and we start building this public version of ourselves.
Jung gave this mask a name. He called it the persona. It's the you that shows up to work, the you that's polite at family dinners, the you that gets likes on social media. And look, it's necessary, right? You need it to function in society. The danger, though, is when we forget it's a mask. When we start to believe that's all we are, we lose touch with everything else underneath.
And for everything we choose to show the world, there's the flip side. There's all the stuff we hide. Jung called this the shadow. Think of it like a giant basement inside of you where you've shoved everything you've ever been told is unacceptable. Your fears, your secret desires, your insecurities, and get this, even your hidden talents and strengths that you were afraid to show.
So what you're seeing here is the basic internal conflict that most people are living with, whether they know it or not. You've got the polished, perfect persona on one side, the face we show, and then you have the hidden shadow, operating in the background, pulling the strings on our thoughts and actions without us even realizing it. You know, Jung had a really brilliant explanation for this. He called it projection. Have you ever had that experience where someone's personality trait just drives you absolutely crazy, like an irrational level of annoyance? Well, Jung would say that very often what's really happening is that you're seeing a part of your own shadow, a part of yourself you've denied, reflected back at you in that other person.
And this is absolutely crucial. The point of all this is not to try and destroy your shadow. That's impossible. And it's not even the goal. The real work, the real journey to self-discovery is about integration. It's about having the courage to turn around, face those hidden parts, and bring them into the light. Because believe it or not, that's where your real power and authenticity are hiding.
Okay, now we're going to go even deeper. We're moving beyond just the persona and the shadow to look at what Jung called our inner archetypes. Think of these as the fundamental psychological blueprints that are shaping who we are from a level we're not even aware of.
Jung called them archetypes. The best way to think about them is like universal, ancient characters or patterns that live inside what he called the collective unconscious. It's an unconscious mind we all share as humans. This is why myths and stories from completely different cultures all over the world often have the same kinds of heroes, villains, and journeys. It's because we're all tapping into these same basic blueprints.
And these forces are alive inside of you, right now. There's a hero in you that wants to grow and find meaning. There's a mentor, which is your own inner wisdom. There's the innocent child, which holds your capacity for wonder and also your vulnerability. Just starting to recognize these patterns inside yourself is a huge step to understanding why you do the things you do.
Jung also talked about this incredible idea of inner balance. He called them the anima and animus. Basically, he said that within every man there's a hidden feminine energy, things like intuition and emotion. And within every woman there's a hidden masculine energy, things like logic and structure. He said that true wholeness, true psychological health, comes from integrating both, not favoring one over the other. All right, so we've peeled back the mask, we've looked into the shadow, and we've met our inner archetypes. But now we come to the biggest, most mind-bending part of this whole thing. Challenging the very idea of who you think you are. We're talking about the illusion of self.
See, most of us go through life thinking that I am this fixed thing. I am my name, my job, my personality quirks. But Jung proposed something really radical. This solid, unchanging self that we cling to, it's a construct. It's an illusion. It's not the whole story, not even close.
The self we usually operate from, that's what Jung called the ego.
The ego is the part of us that feels separate from everyone else. It loves labels and definitions, and it's driven by fear. But beyond the ego, there's something else. There's the true self. And that self isn't limited or separate. It's the totality of everything you are, totally fluid and interconnected.
This is the huge perspective shift. You are not just one little person living one little life. You are actually this vast field of awareness. You are carrying inside your very being the collective wisdom of every human who has ever lived. You are so much bigger, so much more profound than your ego wants you to believe.
So, if we're not just this little limited ego, then how on earth do we connect with that bigger, true self? Well, that brings us to our final section, the actual journey to wholeness. And the key here is that Jung saw it not as becoming someone new, but as remembering who you've been all along.
Jung actually gave us a kind of map. First, you have to embrace the unknown. Real growth always happens outside your comfort zone. Second, you got to start letting go of your attachment to labels. You are not your job title. You are not your relationship status. Third, you have to learn to listen to your unconscious. Pay attention to your dreams, your gut feelings. And finally, you have to surrender. You have to understand this is a lifelong process, not a weekend project. And that's maybe the most important thing to remember. This isn't a race with a finish line where you finally find yourself and then you're done. No, this is a continuous unfolding. It's a lifelong journey of discovering deeper and deeper layers of who you are. And this leads us to the most beautiful and empowering part of this entire idea. The whole journey isn't about finding something that you've lost or gaining something you don't have. It's about remembering. It's about uncovering the incredible person that was already there, right from the start, just buried under years of fear and conditioning. So there you have it. The path is laid out. The illusions have been pointed out. Jung's work really just leaves us with one final personal question. The life that is truly and authentically yours is waiting. The only question is, are you ready to begin?